I look like crap, but we're doing this. All right, so hello and welcome back on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cece and you can expect all the bookish content from my channel. Today we're here to talk about all the books that moved into my house in May. It is the middle of May and I have a bunch of books that have already moved in, so let's talk about that. So if you have been watching my live shows, I tend to order a book during every single live show because something intrigues me so much that I need to order it. And the first one that came is Monday's Not Coming. I was convinced to read this because it sounds like the punch in the gut story that I want and need. So I think that this is actually not only going into my moving in shelf, but it's going to go on my top shelf, which you can't see right now, but it's kind of the books that I want to get to ASAP. So I am super pumped for this. I don't know much about this at all. I just know from conversations with Jeff and I think it was Steph and or Anna that Tiffany D. Jackson's books are truly punching in the gut in a way that you don't see it coming necessarily, and that this is the type of book where that just destroys you. And that's what I need and want, and that's how I learn about stuff as well. So this is the first one that moves in. And then just the same applies for 400 Souls. I bought this because of a live show. This just came in a couple of days ago and I opened these up already. I apologize. I could not wait and have them closed because I needed to know what's in there because I was waiting for other stuff as well. So 400 Souls is from a list of authors, and I'm trying to get the label off so you can actually see all the authors that are on the back. Look at this. It's like a huge list of authors, and we are going through African American history from 1619 to 2019. From 1619 to 2019, and there's 10 different parts, and all parts are separated into different time areas, and then we have a lot of short stories just talking about all these different stages of the history. I feel like this is going to be so educational, but this is also going to be so intense to digest because I don't know a lot about all the details in the history. So I think that I need to spread this over a couple of months to just be sure that I'm going to be able to really get into understanding every single thing. It's not like a fictional book where you just fly through the story. This is about understanding every single step. Then we had the Fairy Loot come in, and I forgot to cancel. I hope that I made sure that I canceled. And where's the book? There it is. So the book that will be moving in has purple sprayed edges. And it's called The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I know Lynette Noni. Oh, isn't that, no. Lynette Noni. Adult fantasy series, The Midoran Chronicles. I don't know that one. Best-selling Whisper duology. Oh, Whisper. I read Whisper. That's what I know her name from. But look at this. This is so cool. Don't Let Her Die. We Are Coming. All right. All right. Here at Zalendov, the only person you can trust is yourself. 17-year-old Kiva Meridan is a survivor. For 10 years, she has worked as the healer in the notorious death prison Zalendov, making herself indispensable. Kept afloat by messages of hope from her family, Kiva has one goal and one goal only: stay alive. Then one day, the infamous rebel queen arrives at the prison on death's door, and Kiva receives a new message. Don't let her die, we're coming. The queen is sentenced to the trial by ordeal, a series of elemental challenges against the torments of air, fire, water, and earth, assigned to only the most dangerous of criminals. Aware the sickly queen has little chance of making it through the trials alive, Kiva volunteers to take her place. If she succeeds, both she and the queen will be granted their freedom, but no one has ever survived. And with an incurable plague sweeping Zalndorf, a mysterious new inmate fighting for Kiva's heart, we did have to get a romance in there, did we? And a prison rebellion brewing, Kiva can't escape the terrible feeling that her trials have only just begun. All right, it sounds promising, but it also sounds a little bit... I have heard that already. Look at that cover! Oh my gosh! That is so incredible. I mean, the dust jacket is so cool. But this screams so much romance. Damn it, I don't want this much romance. Like, all the imagery just screams romance. But look at that! Oh my gosh, I mean, I like this cover, but I love the surprise beneath even more. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm more intrigued than with a lot other fairy loots lately, but I'm quite intrigued with this one. Then I had my birthday, and some of my friends from the traveling book group gave me 3 books. One I just got the cover printed because that hasn't arrived yet, and that is an Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. And I have seen Sister Sci-Fi post about this on Instagram, so I haven't really dove into what this is about, but I have seen images from a source where I feel like I want to read everything that they post, so this has to be good. Then I also got from them a Corregidora, no novel about any black woman could ever be the same after this. Intriguing. Blue singer Ursa is consumed by her hatred of Corregidora, a 19th century slave master who fathered both her mother and grandmother. Charged with making generations to bear witness to the abuse embodied in her family name, Ursa Corregidora finds herself unable to keep this legacy alive when she is made sterile in a violent fight with her husband. Haunted by the ghosts of a Brazilian plantation, pained by a present of lovelessness and despair, Ursa slowly and firmly strikes her own terms with womanhood. Whew! Corregidora is the most brutally honest and painful revelation of what has occurred and is occurring in the souls of black men and women. It dares to confront the absolute terror which lives at the heart of love. Wow. Okay, I'm looking forward to reading this. This is going to be heavy AF, but that's what I want. That's what I read. This is a very good choice for me. Thank you. And then the last book that they gifted to me was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer book. I have not been in the Buffyverse in forever, but since my birthday and since they reminded me of the Buffyverse, I have fallen back in love with Spike and I just feel like I'm 20 again. It's the most amazing feeling and I love it and I'm here for it. And thank you for bringing these memories back up because they make me feel young. I don't know if I'm going to get to this anytime soon because I don't think there's any Spike in this. So I need to see if I never really read the books much, but maybe it's a really cool way of diving back into the whole universe. Maybe I'm here for it right now. I don't know. Let's see. But it's not at the top of my TBR, but it's a cool gift. It's really cool. The coolest is to remind me of my love for it. So we have something moving in. I am so excited to see what this month's Once Upon a Book Club box is. I love reading Once Upon a Book Club where you get 4 gifts that go along with a book, and then you have the little notes in there saying open the gift when at a certain page and something out of the book comes alive, and it just makes the experience so much more fun. If you haven't seen it, I unbox my Once Upon a Book Club lately. I have like old unboxings and vlogs reading the books, but lately I've been doing 1-hour music videos where you can just sit back, listen to some indie music, and read, but you also can just watch it to check for the unboxing of the Once Upon a Book Club. So let's see what book we have this month. Signed book plate. It also always comes with a postcard with a quote. Everything great is on the other side of fear. Okay. Oh, there's also a letter from the author. And the book, I'm not sure if that is going to be for me. It looks very chiclety. Meet Me in Paradise. Maren Cole has never seen the ocean or climbed a mountain or taken a risk on love. Oh God. But if her sister's plan works, she just might do all three. Oh no. A delicious blend of humor, whimsy, and raw emotion that left me laughing, crying, and unable to put it down. This is a romance, is it? Ever since her journalist mother died on assignment, Maren has played it safe, refusing to set a foot outside the state of Tennessee. Her wild child younger sister Sadie has trotted the globe as a photographer, living off art and adrenaline. When Sadie returns from a tough assignment abroad and looks a little worse for wear, Maren reluctantly agrees to a sister's spa weekend on the tropical island of Saba. But her lifelong fear of travel is justified when Sadie misses the flight, Maren's luggage gets mixed up with another passenger's, and an episode of turbulence sends her hurling into the lap of Lucas Tsai, the handsome stranger who stole her sister's seat. For the first time in a long time, Maren has to step outside of her comfort zone as she explores the island with Lucas and learns what she's been missing out on. With each breathtaking new experience, Maren gets closer to her real self, the man she's falling for, and the heart-wrenching truth about why she's there in the first place. Oh my gosh. This sounds so bad. Like, so bad romancy. But look at the gifts. We have one for page 110, 325, 245, and a big one for 156. So I'm super excited to see what's in these gifts. I'm not sure how I feel about the book, to be honest. Well, I am quite sure that it might not be for me, but I'm still gonna try. I have been surprised by Once Upon a Book Club books in the past, and fingers crossed this might surprise me as well. Two things moving in. So this is a traveling book. I know because the person who is the sender is one of the traveling book people. We have this group on Goodreads where we send each other books. Like, you can sign up for which books you're interested in reading, and then we send them to each other, and every person who reads the book will pick a color. This one has had one person reading it before me. They pick green, and then they comment throughout the books, and it kind of feels like reading it together. This is a German book. It's called Annemann Krumm's Staubchronik, which would be like the Dust Chronicles. I don't remember why I picked this. Maybe because I do love the cover, and I wanted to read more from this publisher because they have the most beautiful covers. I'm a little bit scared of this being a little bit too romancy. It's England 1890, balls, dresses, and looking for the perfect husband. What did I get into? This is what Annemann's mother wants for her daughter, but Annie has something else in her mind. She lives in a world of books, and is trying to get out of a reality with like a sharp mind and a good portion of sarcasm. Until sarcasm knocks on her door and makes her an offer that will change her life. 1 month in London, a huge automized search machine. The situation of the less privileged, and a work, like a job in a library. And feelings she only knew from books. So yeah, it does seem romancy, but it also sounds kind of fun, so yeah. And the cover is beautiful. And by the way, thanks for the tea. There's 2 teas in here. The second package is what I ordered after James Masters sent his recommendations. And that is I Am Pilgrim. Ooh, this is nice. I like the way it's embossed. I Am Pilgrim and the Purpose Guided Universe. And if you're interested in those 2, check out my original book tag about, like, based on Spike, the character, because these 2 are in there and tell you a little bit about it in that video. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Oh, yeah, I won this on eBay. I got this on eBay. I love how that they packed it, like they are packaging it in in a tote bag. That's new. So it's a used graphic novel that I purchased on eBay, so I did not expect this. And it's the Spike graphic novel After the Fall. After enjoying this collection of the 4-issue Spike After the Fall series, you'll be looking at the events of Angel After the Fall in a whole new light. I haven't started reading the Buffy comic books at all, but I want to get started. I tried getting them. They are not readily available in Germany, so I ordered a bunch off of eBay, a collection of the Angel ones from the US. They're on their way. I hope they're getting here. I'm not sure if I should read After the Fall first and then this to then look at the events differently, or if I should just read this first. I don't know. But I'm gonna get myself some Spike. We have a book moving in. The Space Between Worlds. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is not okay. Damn it. Damn it. This looks totally used. Look at this. Wow. This looks really bad. Like, I'll have to double check, but I think that I ordered a new book and that does not look new. Okay. But anyways, this is a book that I purchased as part of my live reading sprints. Usually during the live reading sprints, there's so many recommendations and I'm like, I'm gonna limit myself to purchasing one book, and this is the book from the last live reading sprint. The Space Between Worlds was pitched when we talked about time travel and alternative worlds, and that this is like one of our favorite tropes for a couple of people during the live sprints. And with this one, it just sounded so good. It sounded like so much fun. There's this person who can travel between worlds. The only thing is that in that world that they're traveling to, their doppelganger has to have died already, so that there's like no 2 people of the same in that world. And then they get into a world where their doppelganger has died with like mysterious causes, and I think that this is then becoming some sort of like a mystery kind of deal. Of the 380 realities that have been unlocked, Kara is dead in all but 8. Born in the wastelands outside the wealthy and walled-off Wiley City, Kara has fought her entire life just to survive. So when she's offered a job traveling the multiverse and a safe place in the city to call home, she's willing to do anything to keep in that way. But then one of her doppelganger dies under mysterious circumstances, and Kara is plunged into a new world with an old secret. What she discovers will connect her past and future in ways she never could have imagined, and reveal her own role in a plot that endangers not just her Earth, but the entire multiverse. It kind of reminded me of the Firebird trilogy, which I enjoyed. I even enjoyed the romance in that one. Like, what is going on? But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this, but I do have to claim that this is not okay. This is like too broken. The next book moving in is Yolk by Mari H.K. Choi. I bought this because of the Curl Up Book Club. The Curl Up Book Club hasn't announced the next book that they're reading yet, so I was like, okay, do I wait, or do I read? Do I just not read anything? And then they posted something like a find a word puzzle, and pretty much said, okay, the word that you find first is the book that you're going to be reading next. So I found family first, and this was like the book Yolk, and I will be putting that on this month's TBR. But if the pick of the month for the Curl Up Book Club is interesting and it comes in a couple of days, I might exchange those two. So this is for the topic of family, so I'm expecting like a family drama. Jane and June are nothing alike. June's 3 years older, a classic firstborn, a know-it-all narc with a problematic finance job and an equally soulless apartment, according to Jane. Yeah, that could be me. I think I can relate to that person, potentially. Except for like a problematic finance job. I don't know what that means, but like if we're talking successful career and yeah, then yes, I don't know. But like corporate job, this kind of stuff. Jane is an emotionally stunted, self-obsessed basket case who lives in a squalor, has egregious taste in men, and needs to get to class and stop wasting mom and dad's money, if you ask June. Okay, this is a mix of how I would see my sister and how I would not see my sister at all. Once thick as thieves, never. These sisters who moved from Seoul to San Antonio to New York together now don't want anything to do with each other. That is until June gets cancer. Oh my gosh. And Jane becomes the only one who can help her. Oh gosh. Flung together by circumstances, housing woes and family secrets, will the sisters learn more about each other than they're willing to confront? What if, while helping June, Jane has to face the fact that maybe she's sick too? Are we talking potentially mental health? I don't know. But it sounds super interesting. This can go deep and destroy me potentially, and I'm here for it. And guys, look at this cover. Look at this cover. I think this is just so beautiful. I think it's so artistic. It's so different. It's so, like, this catches my eye. I would grab this, totally. I love this cover. Look at on the back, she's falling differently. Or that's her sister potentially. Love it! Amazon was ready to give me 25% off, but I did not take it. So a day later, I'm already having the replacement in my hand. And looky here, this looks a lot better. So today we have a wonderful edition of Macbeth. I really fell in love with this play, reading it with James Masters. James Masters has on a cameo in this like fan club thingy. He has been discussing this book scene by scene, and I think I just misunderstood this play for the longest time. And just his passion is so infectious, and the way that he describes it, this play, I get passionate. I fell in love with this play through his explanations, through his interpretation, through his eyes. So it's one of those books where that I want to keep, that I want to potentially keep going in and looking into. Oh my gosh, this is not English, this is German. Fuck! I'm looking for a beautiful, beautiful version of Macbeth. I thought I had it because it's like, it's foiled, it's kind of pretty. Most versions are but ugly. But this is German. I don't want a translation. Dang it. Okay, if you come across a beautiful Macbeth edition, please think of me, please. The Fairy Loot came today. I thought I had it already cancelled, but I guess I did not. So let's see what the book of the month is. I have the card here so that we can see what the book is about. Ooh, look at this. That already looks promising. See the letter from the author with some nice fan art. So we have somebody who's more like maybe Arabic looking, but with green eyes. Okay. This is beautiful, but what is it? I don't see the title. Ooh, Witches Steeped in Gold. Look at this stunning cover. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but the green is kind of marbled. And then the foil, I mean, honestly, this is one of the most beautiful covers, I feel like. This is my taste. I love it. I love it. And then it has the title here. Ooh, I love these like mustard end pages too. Oh, this is so beautiful. Beautiful. We have a print on the duster. Ooh. Ooh. Even, it's even pretty naked. I'm not sure if the book is for me. I'm not the biggest like witch person. Ooh, these two look nice. But this is a pretty book. Well done. Well done. So what is it about? A Jamaican-inspired fantasy about two enemy witches who must enter into a deadly alliance to take down a common enemy. These edges are to die for. Uriah Adair has spent her life in a cell. Heir of an overthrown and magically gifted dynasty, she was exiled from the island nation of Ica. But every day brings her closer to freedom and vengeance. Okay, why? Jasmine Carrot grew up dressed in gold, with stolen magic at her fingertips. Daughter of the self-crowned Doyen, her existence is a threat to her mother's rule. But Jasmine has no intention of dying. Okay. Sworn enemies, the two witches enter a deadly alliance to take down the woman who threatens both their worlds. But revenge is a bloody pursuit, and nothing is certain except the lengths Uriah and Jasmine will go to win this game. I'm not too thrilled. It just feels like nothing is really new. It feels like nothing is really tickling me in a new way. It's just that the setting is amazing. I love the Jamaican-inspired setting, but still, what's new? What's different? I don't know. It can still be good for people who don't read a ton and who don't read a lot of YA fantasy, but for people who do, what is different? What's new? If you've read this book, if you've seen anything about this book, please let me know if there's anything special about this book, different about this book, so that, because I want to read it, but I want to read it, and I'm not there yet. Make me be there. Okay, and then we just got a book mail here. I don't know who that is from, because there's this like sticker. Angela. I bought the perfume on eBay because we are buddy reading in a group, Das Parfüm. I'm going to be reading it in German. Most people are probably going to be reading it in English. Oh my gosh, open. And so I'm assuming that this, I was trying to get a pretty copy because I do not like most German covers. But this was the best I could find. There are so much more beautiful copies. of the English version out there, but I tried to read not non-translated works, so I really wanted to read the German version. But yeah, if you see this in time, we're going to read this throughout July. I don't know what the schedule is yet, so if you still want to join us, please let me know. We have a Discord and we're going to be reading this together. I'm really excited about it because, as you might know, I am into the darkness of the mind. I like to explore evil characters, villain characters, the evil that is the human mind. So not so much like the horror evil, more the human evil, like the psychology thriller and humanized evil. Like if monsters are an image for human evil or darkness. So I'm really looking forward to this. This underline says it's the story of a murderer. So yeah, that's the most beautiful cover that I could get. And I think it's pretty enough. It looks boring naked, but it's okay. That's okay. Still, I would love to have like a really stunning, amazing dust jacket for this one, because I have a feeling that this might be one of those books that I want to keep. All right.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?